That's going. Woo! Quiet. Here we are, Bridging Civil Tension. The number one show where we feel building a bridge is more important than blowing one up. Meet, talk, go your own separate way, whatever you have to do. He's Phil Wallace. He is, entrepreneur, author. He is absolutely handsome-looking fella, coach, mentor, just all-around good guy, and he will be playing the part of the African American today.
That's me.
All right.
Lead role.
That's right. And then, of course, you got me, and CEO, founder of DDOE, which owns 216net, which, by the way, you're listening to right now.
International Man of Mystery.
That's it. And
Jim
I
Jones.
will be playing the part of the old white guy.
Okay, I could see it.
Yes,
I
the
can
old
see
white guy. There we go.
Similar
SG3
features.
Sale, good morning. Of course, Sale, you're going to recognize that guy from shows such as the Reject Rundown on Sundays here,
Yes,
9 p.m. Jan, how are you? Good to see you.
Hello, Auntie.
Okay, so, do you have a plane ticket? That is the topic for today, or a bus ticket.
Or a bus ticket.
Or a bus ticket, right? So right now, if you're not familiar with what's happening in these here United States of America,
These here United States.
there are certain individuals,
Country makes me proud.
that are being relocated.
That's
Oh
a
my
good
gosh, yeah, relocated and sent to places because, well, there are cities that can't manage
Right.
the population expansion.
The cities can.
Yeah. So you want to bring us up to date?
Yeah, so I got this. I was informed about this from a teacher friend of mine who, when asked how the day was, said it was interesting. They're getting shoes for Venezuelan kids who were barefoot. And I was like, what are you talking about? And apparently, migrants are going into Texas, Arizona, Florida. These Republican states, these states are choosing to bus them versus house them to sanctuary states. So they're shipping them to D.C., Maryland, Chicago, and New York.
Mm-hmm.
In recent events, more specifically, they actually flew individuals to Vineyard. Was it
Martha's Vineyard?
Martha's Vineyard, the home of Obama, looking to do. It appears, as the article says, they're sending them to Democratic states. To their sanctuaries and like a political stunt, to be sarcastic, but basically sending hundreds of migrants to these locations without informing the locations. Hey, people are about to show up. We have 100 people on a bus. We have 300 people come. I think the one article said about 2,800 people over the past year. And you're just sending them to locations without telling them, hey, the time, date, location where they're going to be sent. Be prepared for this influx of people. And one article said they were tricked, told they would have homes, housing, food, jobs lined up, and then they get sent to your house, and you're like, "Who are you? Why are you here?"
So, and again, folks, let me help you with one thing here. 216net, we do not talk politics. We're not going to talk politics. Right? Bridging Civil Tension is a show designed to talk about things that are creating tension. Okay, so I would say to what's happening is ever since America was founded, we've always had an influx of migrants, immigrants, right? And some choose to come in what we would call legally. Some choose to come in to just get in, right? To just get in, to go for the American dream, right? And we've designated cities. So here's my stance on it. We've designated cities throughout the nation as quote unquote sanctuary cities designed to be a safe place for immigrants and just people. Right. So Chicago would be a sanctuary city. Right. So what the way I look at it is, okay, if I can't manage the influx of people really wanting to become Americans, then I've got to send them to the sanctuary cities because they're designed for that. And they should, since they're tagged sanctuary cities, they are now, they should have the wherewithal, I guess, right? What do I want to say? Infrastructure to help out. But what we're finding out is not so much. Right? And so my frustration, we were talking about this in the green room, is that people are being used for pawns, as pawns, for political gain, right? And so we have talked about, we know more about the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp than we do the Ghislaine case, right? Ghislaine Maxwell or whatever her name was, who's got a black book that can implicate quite a few people.
Quite the audience.
Quite the audience, right? And we have decided to go,
who cares?
Yeah. So to me, what I said is we've accepted that trafficking humans is okay.
For quite some time.
For quite some time. And now we're watching it be done right in front of our faces. Right in front of our faces. And the only thing that we can think about is if I'm a certain letter, I'm like, well, hey, guess what they deal with every day. Well, you got a little taste of it now. And another letter is going, you guys can't do this. This is not humane. Well, we don't have, people are going to die. Oh no, so if we send them to a sanctuary city, right? So it's become a great political mess at the expense of
children,
humans, right? Right. Sal says it's because her dog stepped on a bee. Yeah, see?
Very traumatic experience, Amber Heard.
Right, Amber Heard. So the problem is we're manipulating people, and they're showing up in places that you need. I mean, I woke up this morning, it's what, 38 degrees?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're shoeless, coatless, homeless. That makes
38 degrees. It was 80 2 weeks ago.
I know. It is down Texas.
Where did 70 degrees go?
What happened to the fall? It left, right? It depends how I look at it and whatnot. But the reason it's being done is not for the right. And not for human decency. Would you agree or disagree?
No. I definitely agree. In both of the articles, there's like the underlying theme of like a sarcastic approach, right? Where we're going to dump them on your doorstep because your letter likes these people,
right?
And there's a part, and I know that it's probably going to get addressed, where about the illegals, right? And then there's a part where Deputy Director UCLA Centers for Immigration Law and Policy said the flights to Martha's Vineyard appear to violate Florida law, that they be limited to unauthorized aliens. And then the person says, these folks are not unauthorized. She said, they aren't flying under the radar in any way. So these aren't people who swam.
Well, right.
And so like, if I do the work of getting here, to get here, and then I'm dumped off on some doorstep barefoot in Chicago in 38 degrees with my kids. How as a country did we get here?
Well, yeah. So the question is, how do you get on that bus or that train? Well, you got there because somebody said, "Here's rainbows, unicorns, and the best life."
Right.
And come to find out, I'm just telling you that so I can irritate
someone with a different letter,
someone else. Right. I mean, that's the hard thing for me to understand is, I don't know. We're not treating human beings like human beings.
I can't imagine you and your family showing up at my doorstep and like, let me ship them off to Scott's house just because in the middle of the night, unsuspectingly, they can sit outside in the cold. just his views are like, nah, like that. These are people.
Yeah.
And I, as a country, I've watched the things that we've become compassionate to, and then I watch the things that we continue to ignore, and it's sickening. Right? If a person does this to this group or these pets or animal, whatever, and it's bad. I'm not saying that that's not bad. It's bad. But if we care about what this quarterback did, how do we not care about what these people are doing to people?
Right.
And I cannot understand how, okay, heart's out here.
Yeah.
Great. Where is your heart when this little girl is barefoot in the cold in Chicago or New York?
Yeah. Jessica just says pawns. That's all we all are to the elite.
But we're participating. If they can't touch the chessboard, I still get a chance to move. I still get a chance to say, listen, never mind what they're doing. Are you good? Where are your shoes?
Right.
Hell, man, get you some shoes.
Right.
Versus, no, I'm going to go with it because this elite shares my letter. We rock the same jersey. So my humanity is out of question. I'm incapable of making human decisions on a very basic, fundamental level.
Very basic. Right. And we'll have the argument to say, well, we're trying to give you a better, right? We did this for all right. So she says these folks are not unauthorized. Well, but we promised them a better life up there, so they're headed up there for the better life that they came for. And you can get through, your tests and this, that, and the third a lot faster up there because there's not so many. And away you go. I've made you feel like, yeah, it's a good thing.
Cool. And it's okay if you're going to do that, and that's the sentiment, and you're going to say, hey, this is for, I promise them a better life. Here, it's up to you guys. Even if I'm going to say, since your states go with that and have these policies, I'm sending them to your states. Great. Communicate like adults.
Yeah.
Say, hey, Kent, there's going to be a bus that's going to arrive Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Right.
They'll be at this center. There's going to be 48 people. They just want to give you an advance to get food,
but we
clothes.
don't do that.
I just let a bus full of people just show up.
Yeah, you should.
I should just not communicate. I should send thousands of people sporadically, randomly, and keep you guessing versus be mature about the situation.
Yeah. Well, if we were mature about the situation, then what would America have to fight over? What division, what angst would there be, right? So, and as I said in the green room, what happens is, oh, you care about each life. Let me pull up this other topic.
Right.
Oh, well, you don't care. Oh, right. Let me show you how good I am because of the jersey that I wear. Instead of going, okay, let's just be human beings about it. Not even adult. I don't care if you're not an adult, but let's talk about human beings. Take these human beings out of the equation and make it you and your family. Let's do an experiment, right? Here you go, Mr. or Mrs. Letter, you and your family.
Right.
So here's what I want you to do. I want you to wear shorts and a short sleeve shirt, and that's it. We're going to give you a couple of ham sandwiches to make this journey, but we're going to give you we're not even going to put you on a bus. We'll put you on a plane. We ain't going to take 2-3 days to get there. We're going to get you there.
We're going to get you there.
Okay. And when you get to Martha's Vineyard, of course, I want you to know that Martha's Vineyard has the lowest crime rate in the nation. So you're going to be very, very safe.
Right.
Very, very safe. Well, Martha's Vineyard, I send you to Martha's Vineyard. Well, it's probably chilly there, I would guess.
Dress for Mexico and wake up in Chicago.
Yeah. Right. Right. So I've sold you a bill of goods that I know. I'm just damn lying to you.
Yeah,
straight to your face.
Straight to your face.
I ain't selling you nothing. I'm just lying, right? Where then? Okay.
Selling's when you have a choice.
That sounds good to me, right? It's much like if we go back to slave trade. Hey, brand new world, you get to build it. La, la, la.
Think of the opportunities.
Well, I know, Phil, I'm just talking to you, but everybody else is changing them. I'm selling them. Anyway, right? I'm just telling you because you seem to be kind of smart and going, wait a minute. Wait, what? If we can go over there, why you got me in shackles?
Stop asking questions.
Yeah, that's right.
Back to work.
Phil, what I'm saying, right? We've been doing that. That is America, right? Oh, hey, we can't. You were already here, so instead of moving you around, we'll just put you here.
So so in the article, it talked about how there's gonna be so many people who are talking like who confuse this with illegal immigrants sneaking through the border, right? And it even talked about how this past year, they've actually, I don't want to say filtered, but like retained 50% higher the number.
Yeah.
Showing that there's an improvement in borderline patrol.
Yeah.
Right. So things are actually better for those who, have that concern.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like they're going to use the fuel of that topic, illegal, with the confusion of this, where we're choosing to ship people to facilities unprepared and ill-equipped when we don't have to.
Right, which then is a systemic problem.
Right. So I'm going to take what you already don't like, and I'm going to blend it here. And I feel like that happens so much in our country.
Yeah.
And I know your hate is directed. I'm just going to aim the fire hose over here.
Yeah.
So now that focus pressure for the hatred that you have over here is right on this topic, and I get a chance to traffic humans openly in front of you. It's not going to be doing it in secret.
Not only that, but we're going to have the media there to film them getting on and off the bus. Yeah, we'll get them. We'll be over there and we'll show them getting on the wooden ship, and we'll show them getting off the wooden ship in Carolina. Let's go.
Do you understand? Okay. You said putting your family in this position, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're on this camera?
Yeah.
Do you understand the ramifications when we stop caring if busloads of people disappear?
How many already have?
In a country where 400,000 kids disappear a year, it's cool when it's Miguel, but it's Rebecca. You're going to be upset. Start caring when busloads of people can disappear.
How many have? Right? That's the question I would ask. Hey, we'll watch bus number 6 over here, and we'll create a story on these 120 people. Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Right. I mean, 600. Wait.
Now, listen, folks, and all social media outlets, this is our opinion. This is a show of opinion. This is just what we feel might be out there. So don't cancel us or silence us. We're just letting you know that, well, out of 2 guys taking a look at something. This is our opinionated take on it.
The math is not mathing, as Coach would say.
Right. That's right.
Math is just not mathing.
It's not mathing.
For someone to have loosely regulated stuff and be able to say 600 people, no, can't. 500 people.
That's right.
Right. And I can ship these places.
It's got good bone structure.
Yeah, that one's cute. You got soft hands.
That's right.
It's not. The ramifications of not caring don't make things better for anyone. Right? Because if it was Elijah, if it was Colette, it can't be at that point it's important.
Right.
It has to be important when it's someone else's kid. It has to. Why isn't there communication? Why isn't there documentation? Why isn't there more coverage on this? Why do we hear more about a Celtics coach than kids disappear? Like, the math is not mathing, bro.
It's not.
It's not. I mean, unless that's Celtics coach. I mean, Brett Favre. We're starting. We're really not hearing any of the things that should matter.
Right, and no longer kids. We're moving into the adults and young adults, 20s, 30s.
And that's because it's built right. So if we're on the bus and I sit if me and Elijah sit next to you and Colette, they covered the gamut.
Yeah, we got you.
All of us disappear. All ages.
Yeah.
Of that community. Let's say you guys are brown too.
Yeah.
And we're not. That doesn't frighten anybody. The busloads of people or flights full of people.
I'm going to be upset that you sent them to Chicago, and then I'm going to be upset that Chicago sent them to wherever, to Page County or whatever. Right.
They're at Woods. They're at Crystal. Good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Right.
Be excited for the opportunity to step up.
If you truly live in the greatest nation in the world, don't you think people would want to? I mean, people will try to get on championship teams.
Right. If you think this country is so great. Show that without hitting the send button or enter afterwards. Do something. Make the effort. Put your energy where your mouth is.
Or your fingers.
I promise you, without that return button, these people are less patriotic.
But I think that a lot of people are becoming numb to it, right? Again, I've said it time and time again. How do you boil a frog? You don't throw a frog into boiling water like a lobster, because the frog will hop out, feel that, pew, pew, hit the water and bounce. What you do is put it in a cold pot of water and slowly bring it to a boil. And they're like, "Oh, this is comfortable. This is comfortable. Whoop, I'm boiled."
To an extent, yes, right. However, just for a day, it would be the same thing if it was the D's. But on January 6th, I watched that same froggy leap all over the White House. There's no slow boiling. I watched people leap. I watched the riots. People leap. I watched this. People leap. I watched this the Amber Heard situation. I watched people leaping. They're not numb when they want to be.
That's right.
When it's important to them, they will lily pad to lily pad, topic to topic. They will hop to that they care about. However, if it's Miguel,
yeah. And sometimes not even being educated on it. Just let me leap.
Let me get
on that pad.
Jump first, look second. Okay.
Yeah. Right. And as so being doing my best to be a law abiding citizen. Right.
Good movie, by the way.
I say in my heart of hearts, okay, I got no problem with you coming to America. Okay. I've got a problem with you trying to do it illegally. There's a way to do it. Now, what I also have a problem with is obviously the United States is able to do things in other countries and when they want. Why haven't, if we wanted to correct this issue, I think we could.
You understand? Okay, so I was having this conversation with another history buddy of mine, right? And we were discussing that historically, the United States is known for going into other countries and implementing new systems.
Democracy.
Listen, this was your way. A whole new system.
No, I know you've been doing this since caveman time, but you're wrong.
You're wrong. This is the system.
We've been around for a couple hundred years now.
And it better be done
right
in this time frame.
Right.
However, for our own system and the gaps that it may have, the flaws that may, blossom, we are dragging ass for implementing that very same change. Yeah. We can do whole new systems over there, but we can't tweak nothing over here.
No.
Make it make sense. The math is not mathing.
The math is not mathing. That's the tension. That's the tension that we talk about, and that's is we would rather keep picking at a scab than finding a way to heal the wound. Right. We would rather keep picking at at a symptom rather than fixing or eliminating the cancer. Right. This great country, and I still believe that we live in the very best country. I've never lived anywhere else, so I've got to go with my experience and say this is the very best country in the world. As a country, we have to stop focusing on trying to get elected and start taking care of people. Start taking. I mean, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people who immigrated here. This nation, this continent would look strangely different if the Europeans didn't roll over. Right? Good analogy. The scab. It's so frustrating. So I appreciate what you gentlemen are doing. Yeah. Well, that's it. Well, again, looks like we're starting to heal a little bit. Let me pick it again. Pick. Right. And even when it heals, then Jessica, here's what's left: a scar. Right. So
you're not allowed to talk about.
But you can't talk. Hey, how'd you get that?
You're a victim if you say, "Oh, he beat me."
I fell down the stairs. I fell down, tripped on something.
Is he looking?
Right. Well, yes, they're listening. And,
they're listening.
Anyway, they're always listening. This is, but then, what is the solution? What is the solution? I mean, they're literally in front of, in my honest opinion, literally in front of us and being shown on media, human trafficking.
they don't care because they're brown. That doesn't like. There's. I don't care. I don't care how you and your family got to Woodstock. I don't care how y'all got there.
U-Haul.
I don't. If you came from Poland, Switzerland, Germany, I could care less. If Lucy is barefoot in Chicago, there's something we need to do. There's a humane protocol that could easily be put in place. If Coletta there's an easier way than what we're doing.
Well, but when I have all the power, I have the power. When I have all of the power, when I have all of the money, it then becomes this. Smoking my cigar is what I'm doing right now for those listening.
It's a big cigar. That's
Tell you what,
burrito.
Jelaine, sorry you got caught. Watch this. Blow a couple smoke rings and I'll go, I'll move those people right in front of the whole world. Hold my beer.
I can't do it. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Watch this.
Watch me do it in front of the whole world and get away with it.
Thousands. But weren't you afraid they're going to sit there Mexican? No one's going to say a thing.
They're not going to say a thing. Oh, and by the way, we'll sprinkle a few Americans in there. Yeah, we'll get them. We'll
get you a good batch.
We'll get you.
Make up for the inconvenience of that case.
You know. So if you don't think that's happening, in my opinion, I mean that's just a thought. I'm not trying to create conspiracy here, but if we were to look up what human trafficking is, it's moving people somewhere that they don't necessarily want to go or not at their freedom to say yes, I want to go there. Right.
Against their will.
Yeah. But again, even give you a pair of kids. You know, we're just going to send you on up there.
We'll just send you up there.
It'd be their problem to give you shoes and a jacket, and snow pants. We don't want to do that. Yeah. So what can we do today to help?
I can reach out to my teacher friend to figure out, different locations. I know that schools in Chicago are putting shoes for kids, getting information for what else was needed, whether it's food, clothes, things of that nature. I'm just learning about this as of last night.
Mm-hmm.
So as I get more details, we can figure out a food drive, clothing drive, shoe drive, anything like that, so that these families can get the proper resources and the things that they need.
Listen, big shout out to Tom's Productions. We've got shirts. You'll see them hanging on the wall over my shoulder. We're going to be putting those out on the website, www.216thenet. It'll be $15 per shirt, or two for $25.
Hey.
And we've got some hats that we'll have up there, $25 a hat. We got some good things cooking.
Right.
That helps everybody out, and it goes to a great cause. The success of my station.
Great cause.
Great cause. But the other thing is that we give a shout out to our good friends at Gold Shield Services through the financial support.
Great people.
Good folks over there. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, smart home. They'll wrap your house in a Gold Shield. And they're great.
See what you did there.
See there? Huh?
Yeah, that's marketing right there.
But good stuff. So check them out, www.goldshieldtoday.com.
Not tomorrow.
Yeah. What we're talking about is maybe just some of the tension on what's happening with immigrants here in the United States. And the question was, so what can we do today to help? Right. And you said, well, let me look up. All right. Now I'm not picking on Jess. We absolutely love Jess. But I'm going to pick on the people who asked that question. Right. Have you got to ask? I mean, if you just got to give a shit about people. That's the bottom line. These are human beings. Okay. What if it was your family? All right. What I think we get wrapped up sometimes in, hey man, I'm busting my ass day to day just to make ends meet, and I'm behind on 3 bills. You got bills. They ain't got a place to live. They ain't got shoes. They ain't got a jacket.
They wish for a bill.
Right.
Right.
Right. Many may not speak very good English. everybody does speak English in the world, but they may not speak very good English. And they may not have really good education either. But what we do is we manipulate them and use them as pawns and throw, you know what I'm saying? What can we do to help? Do something, accept them, find them the necessary resources. They're out there.
Right.
The resources are out there, but don't stick your head in the sand.
Right.
Hey, Mom, Dad, weird thing today happened at McHenry High School is a bunch of people, I'm going to guess they're Mexicans. I don't know. They're brown and they don't speak real good English, showed up here at McHenry High School, and they didn't have any shoes.
Barefoot and Adidas
Well, what did the school do? I don't.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, bologna and cheese. They didn't put mayonnaise or mustard on. But yeah, I don't know. Well, what can we do? Well, I'll go talk to the school board, make sure that shit doesn't happen again. Oh, so you're going to help out? No. I mean,
I don't want them here.
I mean,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Right. So that is a lot of what does happen
Right.
out there, and it's a hard thing for people to do. What can we do? Don't be silent.
Right.
Don't sit there and do nothing. Again, how many 400,000 kids go missing
A year.
a year? 400,000. That's like 4 cities of Rockford in children.
That's
And what we do is we go, oh, look at the milk carton. I bet that family's sad.
that's like almost like a fourth of Milwaukee, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So how do we just go, man, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me until
It affects you.
all of a sudden you go to pick up your kid from school
That bus went missing.
and that bus went missing.
Now we care.
Now, uh-oh. Oh, but wait, we can call services to go check on those families.
Right.
Well, if they ain't doing their job and they're living in squalor or whatever, not living in the conditions they should. But I stopped over there. Check. Gotta go. Yep, they're still there. Right. But if we don't do something just because they're human beings, then are we any better than the people who are bussing them around for their political gain?
What's the Bible verse was like, love one another. My commandments are for love
Yeah.
one another. But proactive love.
Yep.
Not just reactive love, proactive love. Like I appreciate asking the question,
Mhm.
right? But proactive love. I see something, let me research something. Let me find out what centers are out there. If Lucy came home from school and said, hey, there's barefoot Mexicans at this school, great. Hey, is there a drive for clothing that we could do as a school to make sure that these kids have food, clothing, shoes?
Right.
Proactive love, not just head in the sand, not just proactively look for things to do to make a difference in someone else's life.
Yeah.
That's what I think that we should do. Act as if it was someone that you knew.
Easy said, but I'm busy. I mean, I got a business. I work. I've got these shows. Oh, I would love to. I'll you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll pray.
Okay. Yes. I'm praying for you. No, you're not. You have not spoken to
Praying
God.
that you don't end up in my yard.
But again, we've seen so many people have hours for Facebook debates, hours for all these other extracurricular activities, hours for you don't have 20 minutes, 15 minutes. You don't have, hey, I don't wear these shoes or these shirts, whatever.
Right.
Sweetie, take these to school.
There you go.
Here you go. Go in my closet. There's a pair of gray or
Find
white.
the fat guy. Give him the fat guy.
Get the
clothes.
white and navy blue New Balances. And,
That's right.
I know they're in your closet, listener.
Yeah, but then those guys could go buy beer. They wouldn't get carded. Oh, got the old white man. Oh, they've got to be old.
I thought he was younger, but I saw those New Balances. He's over 18 because no one under 8. Okay.
He's got to be middle aged. Boy, he looks good. Yeah.
You face well. In that tan.
We laugh, right? But the honest to goodness piece is, just you can't sit there and do nothing.
Right.
All right. If you do, years ago, years ago, and there is a great organization here in McHenry called the Northern Illinois Diaper Bank. Years ago, probably back in, I don't know, 2008, 2009, 2010-ish, so about 10 to 12 years ago, whatever it may be. Jim Swarthout and I noticed that there was the number one thing being shoplifted in America was diapers. So there was obviously a need for diapers.
Right.
So he and I created the diaper bank. At that point, it was the St. Paul Diaper Bank, to have people who could donate diapers to do that and send them to the facilities that help mothers and families. And it's still going today, and it's now called the Northern Illinois Diaper Bank, right?
Look at you.
Yeah,
I know that.
Oh yeah. Now, but then what?
Time out. As long as you intro me and Phil does this, and dude.
Yeah.
Way to make a difference, buddy.
It helps, right?
Superhero.
But it's not about me.
Clark Kent Jones.
That's right,
my man.
But we didn't just stop there and ask for donations. We went down and we connected with like Johnson and Johnson or whatever, and their marketing firm and everything, to where we got Huggies to give us 2 semi-fulls of diapers. 2 semi that just donate, right? So it isn't about just sending a pair of shoes and being y'all good. It's making the connections and going deeper. And how do we get everybody involved?
Have them.
Yeah.
Because there's people who would have that connection at Huggies.
Yeah.
If you talk to, like,
right.
Hey, Tom, need a favor.
Right.
Got you.
But if all I did was say, well, we did it and we got the church people to give us some diapers. Yeah.
So the message for the day, if you had a choice between the New Balances and the truckload of Huggies, do the truckload.
Please. So when it's all said and done, what can we do today to help is that you just do it because it's human beings and they need it. Right. And now again, it went from babies, because what happened was Jim's a priest, Jim Swarthout, and somebody came in and, was asking, for help, because they were down on their luck and they had a little infant that had a soil. I mean, just horrible, because what we do is we shake it out and use it because we don't have money to get diapers. And that's really where he and I were like, well, yeah, we should just, then we started researching it. It was the number one thing that was shoplifted. Why? Because as I'm in Walmart, I can go slip my hand in, take 3 diapers, go change one in the bathroom, walk out with diapers. So what can we do today to help is number one, don't be silent. Number 2, anything. The other thing that I would say, Jess, is you teach your kids. You teach your kids to do the right thing. Don't let them get caught up in the crap that we're caught up in.
Right.
Teach them young, right? And say, hey, here, let's go do this. Be part of this, right? My kids have giving hearts because when we were putting that together, I had them separating and hauling diapers and, put them away, all those things. You teach them help. Spencer's an Eagle Scout, right? So he had to do a service,
Spencer,
right? So there's a lot of times where you can teach your kids. Now, we may not. It may be too late for people who are 50, 60, 70 to make a difference in a huge way, but it's not for our kids or grandkids. Teach them, right? The children are our future. Yeah. Starts at home. Yeah, it does. You're right. Yeah, that was We Are the World.
Yeah. So we went in a similar direction. You were talking about mine. I'm like, I'm going to make a change. And then you went with We Are the World. Right? Same page.
No, it's not. It is too late. I'm old. That's why I have this station, right? Again, what can we do? 21/6 the net is all about your daily dose of encouragement. Right. We don't want to get stuck in that same minutia. We want you to turn in and go, oh, I love it. Look at Phil singing. This is good. Hey, we want you to be able to tune in and feel good. The answer is, just put something out there that makes a difference. So hopefully just change, right? So hopefully when people tune in to 21/6 the net, they know, well, there's going to be something good on there, or it's going to make me laugh or make me think or whatever. Wow. And I don't have to listen to the garbage that's on mainstream media. That's the idea.
It's garbage.
So yeah, I think that a lot of times, and really, when you sent those articles to me, and I understood what was happening and followed them, because I don't necessarily follow the news, but I want to be able to have good conversations with people who bring things up.
Right.
And not until you kind of sent it to me, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, it's not, they want me to focus. So I always say, what's out of focus? Right. So I can, it's like a picture with, I can focus in on you and the background's kind of blurry. Yeah. So if this media wants me to focus on something, what's out of focus? What's just off camera, perhaps? Where is the magic lie? Right. So the hurricane's bad. But I don't see the person with the hose and the big fan over there spraying you as you're giving your report, because it's not that bad right now. And I really don't want to put you in harm's way, but and then all of a sudden grandma walks behind you with a walker. It's
perfectly fine.
Anna,
we're filming.
We're filming. So what's out of focus? And then I just started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. No wonder we didn't make a big deal out of this Ghislaine Maxwell case. We only had 3 chalk drawings of it, and we haven't released the blacklist, as I would call it. And that's why I say, somebody's like, watch this. Right. We'll do it right in front of the public's eyes, and they'll eat it up, and they'll support it. Half of them will support it. You watch this.
Support it.
You watch this. The other half won't know what to do, but they'll just because the other side is supporting it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's wrong," but it's not wrong for this reason, right?
Right.
So that's where I go, man. They're just human trafficking people, and it is right in front of your face. But it took me a while to look at it before I saw what was out of focus. Right? Like, wait a second.
This is not off topic, but about they're going to steal our jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and I know that's going to be some pushback and resistance for people, as far as jobs and stuff like that in a state where most companies are underemployed right now, where you can't get people to work.
Right.
All right. Well, here's an influx of people who will work, and you still have a problem.
Right.
So then, what's the problem?
Right.
You didn't want work. Oh, you didn't have workers, so you wanted workers. But no, not these workers.
But not only that, let's just go ahead and set up some laws so that you can't have those.
So that you can't have those workers, because I want workers, but not these workers. But I'm not racist for not wanting workers who look like them. I want workers who look like me, but I'm not racist.
No.
Makes sense if you don't think about it.
If you don't think about it. Perfect sense. Perfect sense.
Jeez, the math is not math.
The math is not mathing. And that's to me that's cool. And all we want, if all this show does here, Bridging Civil Tension, is bring up a little bit of, never looked at it that way, or wait a second.
I'll tell you.
And I hear Jim Gaffigan's, he's talking about racism, why is he doing that? Right? Why not? Why just dismiss it? Right? And why is it wrong for someone to bring it up and go, now is it wrong if Phil Wallace brings it up, or is it wrong if Kent brings it up, or is it, well, Phil, you look like him, you got that brown skin, no wonder you think that way. It's totally fine. We're giving them an opportunity. Naked and afraid and in the snow. Great opportunity.
Again,
set you up to it. And then we go back to that whole equality or equity.
But I watch, and we've talked about this, I watch the country who fought old ladies over toilet paper. I watch people who get irritated and belligerent over long street lights or messed up Starbucks orders. Tell people barefoot in the cold they're good.
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble. And I watch if we're slightly inconvenienced as a country right now, we throw tantrums. Everybody included. Everybody,
Yeah.
black, white, if we're inconvenienced, we lash out now.
Yeah.
However, these people should take these conditions.
If they ain't good enough for you, they shouldn't be good enough for them.
I just right. I cannot imagine a 2-day bus ride. Me and Elijah, no shoes, no food, no sandwiches.
Now, if the true intent was for, I really want to take care of these 120 families, 2 busloads, right? If that's my true intent,
right,
then good, and you do that, but you don't send them into an NFL game without shoulder pads and a helmet,
right? And right. You communicate with the arena before they get there.
Right.
That's where it just if they're trying to do if they're trying to do things the right way, there's basic protocol. Again, hey, someone's going to be here.
Right. But again, and I'll answer this for y'all, the half who are saying it. Well, they're not coming into that state that we did. Hey, they're not letting us know. They're just showing up. Okay. You live in the greatest country in the world. I'd want to be a part of it too. When Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls, Phil Jackson said during timeouts, players would be standing, or during free throws, players would be standing next to him and go, hey, how do I get on your team? Hey, I'd love to come here next year. Everybody wants to be on the winning team. Right? Hey, everybody wants to play with LeBron. They want to win. Right? I mean, simple as that.
Right.
Hey, everybody want to play with Kobe? Nobody want to play with Kobe. He was tough.
He was tough.
Right. But
legend.
Or Kobe didn't want to play with him. Maybe. Right. So if we truly live in the greatest nation in the world, then why wouldn't you say, come on in?
Right.
Come on in. Well, they can't. They've got laws and ways to do it. Okay. So how do we fix it? Right. That's why I say we as a country can do an airstrike on somebody, a drone strike, and
insurgents,
right, and halfway across the world. We can find a man in a hole in a desert. We can SEAL Team 6 and take care of things, right?
Right.
But we can't figure out how to fix this? Why?
I'll just say it. I'm going to be that person. Our hearts went out. Things were sent to all of displaced Ukrainians. We recognized that things were bad over there. We cared. We sent food, clothes, money.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have protocol. It didn't matter. Well, did they sign waivers before they went into the bordering countries? Or they just showed up at the bordering countries, borderlines, and they really didn't follow protocol. So we didn't do that for Ukraine.
No, we sure didn't.
However, we ask a lot of questions.
Come on.
When it's people from Venezuela? When it was Ukraine? Like, we had at our job, and I appreciate where I work, they had a meeting, said things are bad. We know people over there. Boom. On the spot, people pulled out cards, people Zelled. On the spot.
Yeah.
10 grand. When it's people from Mexico, it's a whole lot of, well, are they legal? Are they illegal? Things are bad. They're trying to get to a better place. These ones.
Things are bad here at 2169. Send that same Zelle money.
Man.
Come on. 10 grand.
Bubba got bills. I don't want to sell Snickers bars.
Oh, you're out selling candy bars for your kid? Or is it no? AAUT. I'm doing it for me. This is my job. My
AAUT. No, we're not gonna do that. I just wonder what the difference is, though. If it's not race, right? And I'm trying to do a lot of these things this year.
Well, that's why I say
it's not race.
It's politicking, and we've become a gross nation.
I'm saying, as a country, why do our hearts go out to Ukraine, but our questions arise for Mexicans?
Or El Salvadorians.
Or El Salvadorians.
South American.
Venezuelans.
Central America, South America.
Anyone, Latino,
Yeah.
Why is that the case that drop everything, help, we raise our guard? If it's not race.
Because Russia bad. You got to have a good guy and a bad guy. Russia bad guy.
Russia.
And Russia is picking on Ukraine. So we don't like bad guys. So we got to support other guy.
The cartel.
Not a bad guy. Not a bad guy.
I don't have any problem with cartel, but how?
Right. Not a bad guy. It makes a lot of money for certain bureaus and services in America.
People?
No, I understand. But what I'm saying is here in America.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's.
So it doesn't apply to us?
Right. So it's and I had a strong conversation. They're coming in for jobs. No, they're not. They're coming because you've murdered 3 of my family already, and I walked from El Salvador to here through drug cartel areas and survived. And I'm coming here because the drug cartel is not here.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So like if.
So this is a safer, quote unquote, safer place.
Let's say that we co-own the radio station.
Yeah.
And someone right now walked in, boom, shot me.
Yeah.
You either give us X amount of percentage of the profits for the radio station, or you're next and we know where your family lives and goes to school.
Right.
So you grab your family and you head up.
Time to leave.
To Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You're shunned from going to Wisconsin.
Right.
And you have to wait 2 years or 17 months, or whatever the holding period is for all this.
Right. Well, no, that's why I say if we wanted to fix the issue, again, there's no bad guy to America.
To America.
Russia, bad guy, always has been, right?
To
Russia,
America.
To America.
Right. I was like, they're bad.
So cartels,
not to me, but
cartels. It's a good business, right? There's a lot of money and commerce that happens. That there are certain bureaus or teams or services, perhaps in the United States, who have allowed and have intricate contractual agreements with some of those business people.
If you ever watch Snowfall, never mind. You know what? Never mind.
Right? Or Ozark, or anyway. Any?
Have you seen Snowfall?
No, I haven't. Snowfall.
It's literally about that and how the CIA
I didn't say we didn't say any initials here.
And it got to LA and it's right now.
That's why I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That's why I'm saying. We don't find that there's a.
We don't find.
We'll just say that it's an issue that people are coming across. Because if we found issue with it.
Right.
Okay, so like the Ukrainian people, we don't even know what the war is about, nor do we care. We just know that it's Russia against somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And Russia is bad, so we will never side with Russia. That's what we've been
always
led to believe. Right? Bad people over there. They're all bad. No, maybe just one maniacal leader, but you can't get rid of him with a bad election. He's just there, right? Right. So it's like the insurrection on January 6th, and I'll use air quotes. Is hard for me to take over the government when I had a round trip ticket.
Right. Guys, can we speed this up?
Yeah, I got on
board in about.
I
2
already
hours.
pre-checked in. We're good. Yeah,
I have clear, so I should be fine. But
what do you mean I'm sitting in jail overnight? I got this ticket. No, it was sent to me. Never mind. Never mind.
It's the highest record amount of toms in a holding facility.
Woo! Right. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness.
Toms and ons.
That's
as far as the eye can see.
Stuff good. Oh gosh. Anyway, this is just our opinion.
200 pairs of Sauconys. So how do you know they're still around?
Boy, I haven't heard that one. You know what? Pony's coming back.
Pony's coming back.
You know what Pony stands for? Product of New York.
What?
Yes. I did a little research. I was like, because I used to love the ponies when I was a kid. Yeah, they were tight.
Isn't there a song about it? Anyway.
Moses Malone wore ponies.
Did he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
All right.
So there you go. So anyway, yeah. Product of New York. I didn't know that.
Riding the pony.
Product of New York.
Product of New York.
There you go, Jay-Z. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in to your history lesson. All right. So we'll continue to watch over this for the next weeks, months, as long as time goes. We're just asking for you guys to be proactive.
Right. Treat human beings like you would want to be treated, right?
Exactly. It was you and your family, you and your little ones. What would you want done for you? How would you want people to look for opportunities to help you?
You don't know. It's because you just okay. So I can take a look at right now, and say, the people down in Fort Myer, Florida, you're now homeless. You're now in immigrant status. I mean, your house has been blown away. You got nothing. And guess what? Allstate isn't there like, oh, Phil, here's a check. Good luck.
Immediately.
No. Take a look at that. That's that's not that hurricane came in hard, right? But do you know what? All right. So what if DeSantis goes, now you're homeless? No, I know you've lived here in the Fort Myer area for your life, Phil. I get it, but you're now homeless. I'm gonna put you on a bus, but I don't have anything. I lost it all. I know. I'm gonna put you on a bus, and Chicago looks like a good place for you.
It's a Floridian.
Yeah,
Chicago.
I think that's where you go.
And I know there's jobs prepared.
They're ready for you. They're ready for you. Right? Yep. Start new, right? So that's basically that, and I say that because he's the mayor. Mr. DeSantis, I don't know you. I just use that because you're the governor, not the mayor, the governor of that state. So that's the only reason I mentioned you. I'm not saying that you're doing it. It was just an example. Thanks for tuning in, though. Right? So what if that happened to your family right now? Would you?
I have to say this.
Yeah.
I'm as a person from Pensacola who was there for Katrina. I'm looking forward to seeing the response rate to help out Naples area versus New Orleans.
Yeah.
See if Kanye's right.
Right. It just we'll watch it now.
I'll watch.
Right. I mean, it's already. I mean, before it was done, it was already. The president had already tagged it as a disaster zone or whatever they do. Right. So FEMA's going to be down there. I know there's tons of. I know guys up here who work for ComEd who drove down there last week to bear for this. Right. And they've been hanging out in their truck or a hotel or whatever because they get paid good bucks to get the electric and everything back working. But yeah, I mean, you've just lost everything. You're standing literally in your yard where your house used to be.
Knee high full
and a bus pulls up.
Boat.
Jump on.
Come on.
Jump on. What? Well, where are we going? We got a little spot for you.
It's not Miami Stadium.
Right. We got a little spot for you. Don't come into my church.
It's not the Superdome. Yeah. We're going to bus you to Chicago or New York.
You'll be fine, though. Got a job there waiting for you. You can work remote, as a matter of fact. We'll have a laptop. We'll have everything ready for you. Then you get dumped in somebody's front yard or at the doorstep of a high school.
And make sure that you'll make a ruckus in your high school, little girl who just had to drive on a bus ride on a bus from Florida to McHenry. Mm-hmm. If you disrupt the classroom, we're going to label you as angry.
Yeah.
And you're the problem in my classroom.
Yep. Detention.
So just don't do that. All right. Proactively love people.
That's the way it goes. Hey, right after us here, our good friends Marlon Madden and Ricky Vetters are on the Success Journey show. Comes up right up. We pencil it in and
Marlon?
Get new stuff. Yeah, get new stuff. So right after us here, you can catch that, which is good.
Awesome.
But yeah, as folks, we bring this up because number one is if you agree with what's happening, ask yourself why, because these are human beings. And if you agree with what's happening, you're basically agreeing that, human trafficking is
not that bad.
It's not that,
It's an acquired taste.
Yes.
As long as it's seasoned, I'll go with it.
Right. And those of you who don't agree with it, but yet do nothing in your power, until it affects you, perhaps you're equally as guilty. Perhaps. So how do you do it? You have good discussions with people. You have conversations like we're doing. You just build those bridges, and you make it happen. There you go. Hey, for all of us here at 216 The Net, we do appreciate you popping on to Bridging Civil Tension. If you ever want to be part of the show, let us know. If you have topics you want us to cover, go ahead and send it to 216thenet@gmail.com. Just put in Bridging Civil Tension, and then we'll make sure that Phil and I get it, and we can talk about that. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely love all of y'all for jumping on, and stick around.
Yes, sir. Love y'all.